Ronaldo fan tried to clown on Joao Neves' girlfriend in the comments. Big mistake, because what she said back has 6,000 likes. The entire internet is favoriting it, and it might be the most savage celebrity clapback of this entire World Cup cycle. Stick around, because this one's got everything. Comedy, drama, and a legitimate GOAT debate hiding underneath it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that's been blowing up across football, social media. A comment war between a Cristiano Ronaldo superfan and Madalena Aragão, who happens to be the girlfriend of PSG and Portugal midfielder Joao Neves. This thing went from a random Instagram comment to a full-blown GOAT debate in the replies, and I am breaking down every layer of it. Why it happened, what was said, and what it tells us about where the Ronaldo versus everyone else conversation actually stands heading into this World Cup. Let's get into it. So here's the scene. Madalena Aragão posts a sweet photo with her boyfriend, Joao Neves, at a PSG match. Parc des Princes in the background, the two of them looking happy, looking in love. Just a normal couple at the stadium post. Nothing controversial, nothing political, just a nice photo. And then the comment section happens. Because the internet cannot leave a nice photo alone for more than 5 minutes, a user, clearly a die-hard Cristiano Ronaldo fan, repping Manchester United in his profile picture, drops into the comments and goes after Joao Neves directly. He insults Neves' ability as a player and tells Madalena that her boyfriend should be passing the ball to, quote, my GOAT, obviously referring to Ronaldo. It's disrespectful, it's unprovoked, and it's exactly the kind of comment you'd expect to just get buried and ignored, except Madalena didn't ignore it. She claps back instantly, and her reply, tell your GOAT to retire, he's very selfish. Boom. Mic drop. And the internet absolutely ran with it. That comment currently sits at nearly 7,000 likes. 7,000 on a reply to a random fan. That tells you everything about how this landed with people. It wasn't just funny. It touched a nerve that's been building in football conversations for a while now. The idea that Ronaldo, even at this stage of his career, plays in a way that prioritizes his own numbers, his own milestones, his own legacy chase over the team. Now look, is that take fair? Is it unfair? That's actually the more interesting conversation here, and it's exactly what we're going to dig into. Let's be real for a second. This criticism of Ronaldo being a stat hunter, a guy who plays for the goal column over the team, that's not new. People have been saying this about his game for years, especially at Al Nassr, where there's been ongoing debate about his positioning, his reluctance to track back, and his focus on chasing personal scoring records. But here's the counter-argument, and it's a strong one. Ronaldo is one of the most decorated players in the history of the sport. 5 Champions League titles, multiple Ballon d'Ors, a European Championship with Portugal. You don't win at that volume across that many different teams and different eras by being purely selfish. Greatness at that scale requires some level of team buy-in, some level of sacrifice, some level of delivering in the moments that matter for the collective, not just the individual. So really, what we've got here is a microcosm of the entire Ronaldo legacy debate, playing out in an Instagram comment section between a fan and a footballer's girlfriend. That's wild when you think about it. And the timing makes this even juicier. We are deep into a World Cup cycle where the GOAT conversation is louder than ever. Messi, at this stage of his career, playing what could realistically be his final World Cup. Ronaldo, in a similar position, fighting against the clock and against doubts about whether he even starts for Portugal anymore. And then you've got the new generation, Mbappé, Haaland, Lamine Yamal, all stepping into that spotlight and forcing fans to ask the uncomfortable question, is the torch already being passed? When a random fan jumps into a comment section to defend Ronaldo's legacy against an unrelated footballer's girlfriend, that's not really about Joao Neves at all. That's about anxiety. Fans of the legends are watching the conversation shift in real time, and some of them are reacting defensively to literally anything that feels like a challenge to their guy's status. Let's not forget, this entire thing started because someone disrespected Joao Neves. And look, Neves doesn't need anyone going to bat for him on stats alone. The kid has been one of the most important midfielders for PSG. He's a key piece of Portugal's setup, and he's still only in his early 20s. He's not competing in the same conversation as Ronaldo or Messi. Nobody is. Really, but he's building a career that's already turning heads across European football. The fact that a Ronaldo fan felt the need to take a shot at him in his own girlfriend's comments says more about insecurity in that fan base than it does about Neves' actual ability on the pitch. Here's what I find genuinely fascinating about moments like this. Football fandom has become so tribal, so personal, that random fans feel entitled to jump into the private lives of players' partners just to defend a 40-year-old man's legacy. Madalena didn't ask for this. She posted a cute couple photo, and she got dragged into a GOAT debate she had every right to just delete and move on from. Instead, she clapped back with one line that's now more talked about than most actual football analysis this week. That's the internet in 2026 for you. So here's the takeaway. This wasn't really about Joao Neves, and it wasn't really about Madalena Aragão either. This was the GOAT debate, Ronaldo, Messi, the next generation, leaking into a completely unrelated corner of the internet, because that's how invested football fans have become in defending their guy's legacy at all costs, and sometimes all it takes is one savage reply to remind everyone how loud that debate still is. So let me know in the comments, do you think that criticism of Ronaldo holds any weight, or is it completely off base? And more importantly, Ronaldo, Messi, or Mbappé? Who's your GOAT heading into this World Cup? Drop it below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And make sure you're subscribed, because we're covering every wild storyline connected to this World Cup, on and off the pitch. Coming up next, we're breaking down whether Ronaldo even starts for Portugal in this tournament, and what that would mean for his legacy if he doesn't. You do not want to miss that one. See you in the next video.